friends, it's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome back to a flip through. Craziness, I know. You haven't seen one of these in a while. Let's see if we can get a light on for you. We are going to do a quick flip through. It will be in two parts because I have like 20 minutes. And so I've never done a flip through in 20 minutes. This will not be the time to try that. So we'll do half. We'll go back to a half. All right. This is April of 2025. If you're new here, welcome. Super glad you're here. If you're not, you know that I have a monthly challenge that I do an item of the month. So here is the hashtag. If you'd like to play along, please give me feedback if you think you'd like to if you want me to create a community page or if it's fine the way it is, just let me know. But anyway, every month I choose an item, and the item of the month to use more in April, the challenge is to use my stash, right? To reach more for things. And it's completely open to everybody. Like, you may join in or hop in or hop out, whatever you want to do. The item of the month, though, for April was ribbon and material. And so I took that opportunity to use this pillowcase as my cover. So it's literally it was a pillowcase. I cut it. I mean, I just chalked, a big piece of it and then did that. Okay. So on the edge, I have nothing. I have two little things. Now, the purple ribbon means a lot. There's other purple ribbon in here. It is month of the military child in April. And so we did an entire fence of purple ribbon and thousands and thousands and thousands of ribbon. And it was amazing. And so here's some pieces that I took. This little thing I found two of them and I showed them to you and I was like, I don't know what they are. They're like little bird beaks or something. I don't even know. So I tied one on here. For the life of me, I cannot find the other one. And one of you sweet friends commented back and said, it's a letter opener. And I was like, oh my gosh, it certainly is, because it is rather sharp right here. But those are the only items kind of on my book. So it seems a little random, but I do love it very much. I tied in the signatures with yarn this month to kind of go with the theme of, ribbon and trim. Now, I interpreted that kind of, again, it's just a reminder for me, and I interpreted that using other materials and stuff too. So, okay, let's scooch you in a little bit so you can see a little bit closer, and let's see if we can get through half of this month. Okay, so this is an envelope. I normally put something in the front of my journal, to hold things throughout the month or whatnot. So if, sometimes there's still some things left in there. Otherwise, I just leave it. And it's also where I tend to put my item of the month reminder. So there's that. The front, all of this is just made out of scrapbook paper, kind of old school, if you will, right? And so as we go through it, you'll see that. So this is just scrapbook paper with kind of a cutout, little cut apart here for April, and then some ribbon there. I did put some pink fringe on here. Okay, April 1st. This week, I'm trying to remember. It's been a while, friends. It's currently many months past April, so I apologize for the delay. This will be fun for all of us. It'll be new for all of us. This is the first week of April. I was on spring break from work, so I traveled down to California. I am remembering now. So, and this is a Tuesday, and I think I went down over the weekend or something for the week to be with my mom and all that kind of stuff. So, I did go to El Pollo Loco. I woke this morning, in Naples with my mom. I went to an appointment at the house, and then that went well. Went on a long walk, ran into a friend. Oh, that's right. And she had just some tragedy the day before, 2 days before. I'm remembering all the stuff. Okay. Had a good talk with my friend, and I was really glad I was there. I deposited money. I did all the stuff. I went to El Pollo Loco by myself to get grounded. And I learned that Val Kilmer died today. And so, I did print up two pages. There's more. Okay. As Iceman and Rue, my daughter obviously knows him from Tombstone, which is so funny because this movie came out a while ago and I never really watched it. But this was a big deal when she went to Montana and everything. And this is a famous quote, obviously, like, I'm your Huckleberry. So he was very talented. I had dinner with mom, watched Heartland with mom, good memories. Bought almond roca at TJ Maxx. So this is from the almond roca box, the package. All right. So this pom poms is actually the trim for this page. All right. The next day is the second. My little Rue sent me a picture of her playing football for her house. Yeah, Rue played day one of flag football. It got a little rough. She got punched in the face, and I put some things never change. And I said I'm glad she's having fun and enjoying college. Had money, legal appointment today with mom, sister, the whole thing. Just still trying to wrap up estate stuff and whatnot. My mom went to an appointment after that. And my sister and I went to a thrift store and just still working on our relationship and stuff like that. So that was nice. We had lunch and thrift shopping and all that kind of stuff. This is fun trim. This pink right here with the eyelets in it. That was already in there, but I thought that was fun. This is just plain sticker paper. It's the edge of sticker paper. When I print on sticker paper, there's obviously left over, and I just use the edge and I put nail polish on it and dry it, and then I can cut it into strips or use it for decoration. All right, the next day is Thursday. I had coffee with my friend this day, and I can tell just from the page, and that's the beautiful part about this. I can tell just from the page, like a memory of it, and without like even looking. But I made these 3 cards to kind of document, or 3 tags to kind of document. I said, a wonderful coffee visit with my friend Christina, laughs and tears and lots of catching up, enjoyed a couple hours of coffee, and then brought home a sweet roll for mom and visited more on the patio on the water. So that was a well-needed catch up. Here's another tag. This one was a gift. Had dinner with my friends in Los Al. We had a very good visit and a talk about them moving in June. Memories and laughs. It's a huge move for them. They have obviously since moved, and it has gone very well. These are material flowers that I stapled on here, and then I put ribbon on this one. But that's why these are on here, because they're part of my material and whatever. And I said, I'm so proud of my mom today. She went to a luncheon today for widows, and I just think it's good. I just think it's good for her. Here's a coffee holder from where we went to coffee, and here is part of the wrapping from the dinner. Like, they bring it out on a tray, and it's the wrapping paper. And then this was scrapbook paper, and so I cut apart these butterflies to kind of help remember that. All right, the next day is Friday the 4th. Oh my gosh, this was the best bowl. All right, I put OMG, crazy day. This is the trim for the day. It's obviously a piece of the, sheet. Shoot. I was timing us and it went away. There it is. Okay, I'm going to have to kind of watch that. All right. So I just put crazy day and busy. I left super early in the morning. I headed to Norwalk for the LA County Records to get my original copy of my birth certificate and asked for a copy of our marriage certificate. I think I made this page with you guys. But anyway, so I got my birth certificate and they could not find our marriage certificate. And I was like panicking. We've been married for 27 years. You know what I mean? It's like, wait, what? What do you mean? And so I'm calling my husband. I was like, little help. And he's like, yeah, remember we signed the thing in Orange County because we both worked in Orange County at the time and we ran on our lunch break. Like, we got married in LA County because we got married. Anyway, so it was a lot. It was a lot. Our ceremony was in LA County. Our reception was in Orange County. None of that matters. What matters is where you signed the actual legal certificate, which we did in Orange County. So I had to drive. This is like an hour. Then I had to drive like an hour and a half, on a Friday morning in LA, Orange County traffic, down to their office with no appointment and go through their waiting at their licensing department. And I was panicked because I need this to get my enhanced driver's license, right? So anyway, it all worked out swimmingly. It all worked out beautifully. It all worked out. Of course. I mean, what doesn't, right? But anyway, afterwards, I stopped for a smoothie bowl for a late breakfast outside the hospital, and just crazy memories of that because we were there not too long ago for kind of like my godson's brain surgery and all that. So anyway, and then I went home and helped mom take care of all the thrift stuff, and we went to a couple thrift stores, and then I met for another house appointment with the gardener and helped get work and estimates done and that sort of thing. So it was just a super busy day, but very, very productive. Felt very, very good. Okay. The next day is Saturday. We ate at Tommy's, and while we were there, it was very interesting. A man came up to us and started talking to us, and he gave us his story about his recovery, and it just spoke to both of us. It was it was interesting. I did set my mom's table today. I got all the fancy china out, all the silverware, all the stuff, and got that set because she's having a luncheon the following week. It was very weird. I've gone to Tommy's for 30 years or more with my best friend there, and it is the only person I eat there with. It is the only, like, it's not, anyway, it doesn't matter. We did not get a picture, and we knew this was going to be our last time eating there because, well, we thought this was going to be our last time eating there. It was very weird. I was very emotional, and we did not get a picture. So this is my boy sailing in a regatta that I didn't write down. That's great. This is a piece of ribbon that I put hanging down here. I just put a glorious walk this morning in the sunshine. Low of 51, high of 72. And then tonight I had our tax appointment with our accountant, and we had to take a picture. We haven't seen each other in a long time. Had tax appointment tonight. So good to see him in person and catch up. It feels great to have it done. So, okay. The next day is Sunday. So I wasn't supposed to see my friend again. The next day I get I get a text that my flight, is that even right? It's not even right. My flight was canceled. I can't even explain. Anyway, I was so frustrated, and then I went to rebook it or, whatever. And they automatically moved me to LAX. I was not flying out of LAX. I haven't flown out of LAX. I don't even remember. Anyway, my mom had plans and couldn't drive me. She can't drive up there anyway right now. I was panicked. Like, it was going to be like over $100 for an Uber. I was trying, and it was like, anyway. So of course I called my friend and I was like, I need the hugest favor. And she had plans also. Like, my flight got bumped to like 3:00. It was crazy. And I was like, if you could just take me, like, I will obviously pay for gas and pay for whatever. And like, if you could just take me anytime, I'll go right now. I don't care. Like, drop me off at the airport. I'll live there. I don't care. I was so anxious and mad at the airline. And so sure enough, I drove to her house. I was borrowing their extra car, my godson's car, because he's out of the country. So I ran over there. She, of course, ran me to the airport. I mean, of course. So I got up to the airport, and I thought I was going to have to sit for like 5 hours or 6. I don't even know. And then as I'm walking by another gate, I just walked up to them. And I was like, I am on whatever flight. I realized this one's booking. It was like last call for the gate, blah, blah, blah. We're closing, whatever. And I just walked up. I was like, and it was going to Seattle. And I was like, is there any empty room? They're like, no, ma'am, you're not on this flight. There's no empty room. And the other lady came over. She's like, let me see what I can do. Because I told her, I was like, I was already bumped from Orange County to here and this and that. And I was like, if there's any way at all, and she's like, let me see what I can do. And of course there's a seat left, and they put me on that plane like within 2 minutes, and I hop onto that plane. So I text my husband. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm coming home at this time instead of that time. It was crazy, but like, it never hurts to ask. So they grabbed my bag. They claimed it. I mean, it was nuts. So anyway, here it is. Yep. Okay, so this one right here I could title, but it says right here, my boy and his team won the SASA championships. They're headed to nationals. Very cool. Yep, college team sailing. And So while on my walk, I got a notice that my flight was canceled. I was so mad. I got a call just as they were closing the doors. I'm so happy. Yep. Oh man. Oh man. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. All right. The next day is the 7th. I put some material on here. This is material that came in like an extra Happy Mail when I ordered something online. It was very interesting and it was just like bits of blouses and stuff. I love it. I put it right in here. This is some material under here, under a quote. It says, the best preparation for good work tomorrow is to do good work today. So this is Monday, and I said, back to work. Break is over. So much to do today. The kids are exhausted. After work, I signed up for the base gym and for the new CrossFit gym. So, so that's exciting. And then I just put, this is a little tag. It says new day. Here's some thread here. This is a stamp. This is a printable, raining. Yeah. All right. The next day is the 8th, which is Tuesday. I put crazy work day today, getting kids back into the groove of school. Went to the gym after work for weigh-in and was supposed to work out, but I forgot my workout clothes, like part of my clothes. And so I was like, can't work out. Anyway, so I just weighed in. I got all my stuff, my measurements, like my starting, all that kind of stuff. And then I had a wonderful long talk with my daughter, a few hours, and she sent me this sweet pic of the pup of Whiskey sleeping while we were on the phone. My husband is still up working in Seattle, not very happy, but he's enjoying lots of time off working on the yard. Yeah, phone call. And then this is material. Again, this was in that mail. It's just literally pieces of like t-shirt or blouses cut off. It cracks me up. Anyway. All right, the next day is Wednesday. I wore my new purple husky sweatshirt today. Busy day. Hit the gym afterwards. I miss my old gym, but I will invest time to make this one work. A little foreshadowing, maybe that didn't happen. Ooh, we are close on time. Okay. Right here, I just put a little sticker. This journal has very little journaling on some pages, friends. I think there's even some blank ones, and I've looked. There is no memory of what happened that day, literally, in anything. Great day at work. I saved some birds with a girl today and taught them about it. It was very cool. It was like a science moment. It was very fun to be a part of it. I signed papers tonight with my girlfriend. She invited us. She redid her will and all her legal appointments and stuff. So we had the notary come over to her house, and a few of us signed it. And it was like very powerful to be there for that for her. It was very cool. So this is just some sticky tape, scrappy tape. All right, this is Thursday the 10th. We'll probably end here because I feel like the timer is going to go off. I was sent this amazing picture of my dad from a few years ago, and I just love it. This is something, this is work day at the yacht club, and I have grown up, well, as I grew up, this was mandatory. This was not an option. Like, we always did work day. It's a volunteer weekend where all the members come and like help do whatever, right? And so this was just a great picture of him. I just love it. I just love it. So, and it was so sweet that she sent it to me. She's like, I found this in my files and it popped up today and I just was thinking about you. And it's just such a gift. I didn't have that picture and it's a gift. So this was a fun day at work. We had, a picture of my dad. Yeah. Oh, and my daughter got confirmed as a substitute, so she could now pick up jobs. That's exciting. And then I got to go have dinner with this author tonight. We helped arrange her coming into the school to read to the children this book that I had read in my deployment group. And so that was super fun. We got to go to dinner and like talk to her. She's going to present to the children the next day. So I'm going to end there. It's not going to be equal because it's obviously only the 10th. So this is a quick flip through because I do have dinner coming out of the oven and my timer is going to go off. So I will end here on the 10th. Quick flip through. I do have a ribbon here. This is an Erin Condren bookmark, but I ran it just down the middle of my book. Literally wrapped it around the book this way, I guess. There it is. So it's a planner like bookmark, but I glued it in here as my ribbon for the day. All right. So that's it. We will leave off here. Thanks for hanging out. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to answer any questions if you have them. I appreciate you being here. I'll bring you back for part 2. Have a great day. And I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care.